welcome back, my friends. Happy May. It's May for you. It's actually April for me. And that is because my due date is the beginning of May. And so I thought that I would prepare that month's video ahead of time so that I don't have the pressure of getting a video out when I'm dealing with a newborn and all of the transitions and different things that come with that. And so I hope that you will forgive me for this early pre-made video, but I think it's still going to be pretty fun. I am filming in my kitchen. The reason for that is because I have these pretty blooms right here. I got them some from family, some from neighbors, and I just thought that they were so beautiful and I didn't want them to go to waste. So here we are in my kitchen. Welcome. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful spring so far. If you hear PJ, it's because she's supposed to be napping, but I think she might be dropping her nap, which is a huge bummer because we really appreciate her nap time. We get a lot of work done and it's nice to have a little bit of a break from all of the busyness that a toddler brings. So kind of bummed that that might be happening. So we'll see if she goes to sleep or not. But if you hear her, that's why. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing updates after the birth, definitely head over to my Instagram. I'll probably throw up some stories about the newborn and adjusting to life with 2 kids over there, and may even do some artwork. I did a lot of art with PJ when she was a newborn, so who knows, maybe you'll see some stuff over there. So definitely go follow me on my Instagram, and I'll also let you know over there when I post back over here. For today's video, I want to take you along with me as I do the School of Games mood board challenge that they have for April. If you don't know what School of Games is, they are a German education company for artists, for I think particularly like designers in the animation and video game field. So they do a really cool thing where they make a mood board and then they put it out to everyone to design a character based off of their mood board. And then they have some really cool prizes for the first, second, and third place winners. I've never done it, but I've always thought it looked really fun. And this month's challenge is a witch, which you guys know me. you know my aesthetic. I just knew that I had to do it. So I thought I might as well take you along and show you my process of coming up with and designing this character based off of their mood board. So there. Okay, I'm a great mom and I turned TV on for her. So anyways, so what was I? Oh yeah, so School of Games. So I want to take you with me as I design this character for this challenge. And so I hope that you enjoy it. I'm going to try and kind of walk you through my process for designing a character. I actually haven't designed a character like just a standalone character that wasn't just like a pretty girl illustration in a while, so I think that this will be really fun. So you get so out of breath when you're pregnant, and we have a lot of stairs in our house. Yep, I am 34 weeks pregnant and life is just crazy right now, so I'm glad you're here. Let's get to it. Okay, so I have pulled up the website for School of Games. As you can see, they've already got this really adorable little character design made from the mood board. They have a bigger version of it down here. So what I'm noticing is, one, the color palette is pretty muted, very fall, which I won't complain about. I love fall themes and aesthetics. And you've just got all of the like classic witchy stuff. Got moth, jars of things, books and tarot cards. You could do a broom or a staff. They've got like the horoscope symbols. And then they also have words, so light and dark academia, clumsy and nervous. So I'm getting ideas for like a maybe not so confident in her skills yet for a witch. Of course there's a crow. So yeah, this is a really fun, oh yeah, worried. So I'm trying to think of an idea. So what I've already done is created a little bit of my own mood board on Pinterest. So I have a bunch of photos. Definitely liking red hair. That's something that has stood out to me. I'm getting kind of an idea for like maybe a picnic. And does anyone know who this girl is? She is always recommended to me, her outfits, and I cannot figure out who she is, but her stuff is so cute. Let's see, what else? At this point, when I started adding things, I started getting the idea that maybe I would do like a little picnic. Like maybe my witch character is having a little woodsy picnic with her animal familiars or something. I don't know. There are just a lot of random things in here. Just things that kind of made me think on the theme or were inspiring to me. So yeah, I am not totally sure yet what I want to do. I think now at this stage, I kind of just need to sketch some like ideas, like whatever pops into my head, just do some like really simple and quick sketches just to get my brain moving and see what pops out. You never know. I think that's what is maybe the most important with designing a character, is just getting ideas out. Get the bad ideas out and then glean whatever you can from the good ideas that maybe showed up here and there in some of the first sketches, and then we'll work from that. So that's what we're gonna do first, is start drawing. So this old sketchbook is actually very old. It's from high school, so I'm kind of just flipping and showing you some fun old drawings from my high school days. Yeah, my art has evolved quite a bit since then. So you're gonna see pretty quickly that I am very uncomfortable drawing in a sketchbook with pen and paper. I don't do it enough anymore, and I know that my art really suffers from not sketching, from like having the practice of keeping a sketchbook, and that's something that I know that I need to fix and to like work into my creative process more. I don't know, I think because I'm just so busy that doing the sketchbook process or part of the process, it takes up more time, and I often don't feel like I have that time between personal projects, YouTube, Skillshare, like all the things that I'm doing, and then whatever client work that I have going on, and then 2 kids now, that just never feels like something that I have time for, but I know that that's not the right way to think about it. And I do want to make a goal to maybe work in a sketchbook for every new illustration that I do, to do maybe at least 1 page of sketches like that. I think that could be a good and reasonable place to start, and then maybe work my way up to like just drawing in a sketchbook for fun, just drawing ideas, drawing from reference, just to get that practice in, because I do know that my work will get better if I have a sketchbook practice, and I don't do that, and I know that my work does suffer from that. So I really did not have fun doing these sketches. I just felt so frustrated and felt stiff, and like nothing was really coming out the way I wanted. I've just never felt like my drawings with pen and paper are ever how I want them to turn out, and I want to change that. So maybe I'll commit to that here in front of all of you. I'm gonna start keeping a sketchbook for all of my illustrations. I'm going to do sketches for every new illustration I do, and I'm gonna hate it but maybe I'll share some of that with you all, and you can watch me grow as a sketchbook artist. Now, I actually didn't dislike this sketch too much. I think you can tell that I started to have more fun by the time I got to this sketch. And I think that just goes to show that it's all just a matter of getting in the practice of it. You have to loosen up and have the confidence. And I did 2 sketches, and then the third one I actually ended up having more fun with. And so I think it was with this one that I really kind of got some ideas for the character design that I want to do. And so I'm really glad that I did do this sketchbook, because I did have fun with this third character. And as you'll see it next after this, I pull in a lot of ideas from this sketch into my 2 kind of like final iterations of the character design. And so yeah, I all I can say is sketchbooking is important. We must all do sketchbook work, because it is work. So here I am now doing kind of like my final iterations. If I had more time, I would have done more, but I think 2 is good enough to at least get out kind of the ideas that I had come up with in the sketching phase. So I'd kind of come up with this idea of either a witch making a potion that's boiling over, or a witch, and you'll see in the next one, who is trying to read a tarot spread for her raven familiars. And this part I had a lot of fun with, and that's just because I'm much more comfortable drawing digitally. I love being able to manipulate things and not have that permanence that you get with like pen. That's bad, I know, but like I said, I will work on it. I ended up deciding of these 2 that I liked the first one the best, although I did like the second one enough that I went and finished a second illustration for her. So but this one we're just sticking with the first for this video. And so here I brought up the reference board to pull colors from and to just reference back to. You'll also notice that I kind of went and I turned it into more of an illustrative piece rather than just a character design. That's just how I work now, I guess. I just love being able to have like a full story. It's kind of hard for me to just do a character. And so now I'm just blocking in the colors. This is me just doing like the thumbnail. So what I'm gonna eventually do is so after I pick the colors for it, I'm going to take the layer that I have the colors on and make it small, and then just have it up in the corner
and use that for reference for when I color. So I'm not being careful at all in this process. I'm not trying to really color too much in the lines. I'm just trying to see what colors look good and what combinations look good. I mess with the values, especially on the pants. It takes me a while to decide if I wanted her pants to be a blue or a white with blue stripes. I just couldn't decide, and I do think it's important to keep the colors, like to do a sketch, quote unquote sketch for colors, as well as for the design, because you need to figure that out as well. It's not smart to just jump into the colors willy-nilly. In my opinion, I'm not as comfortable with colors, so I have to like really work through it first. Lots of trial and error. Now, the brushes that I use mainly in pretty much any piece that I do are first the Narrander pencil, which comes with Procreate. It's like a round textured brush, and it doesn't have, I think, any pressure sensitivity to it. And I use that, and I use from the Retro Max Pack brush set, I use the gouache flow brush, and I pretty much just switch back and forth between those two. You'll see here that I will fill in large areas with the gouache flow brush, but then for tighter spots I switch into the Narrander pencil. So I just really like those two. I don't need a ton of brushes to get the look that I want. I find that I get all the texture that I need from the gouache flow and the control and precision while still maintaining some texture from the Narrander. So those are what I use if you're wondering. I really love the Max Pack brushes. They are so good. I think they're kind of a necessity for anyone that works in Procreate. So you might be hearing some little squealy noises in the background, and that's because recording Emma today is actually Emma in May, which also means that I have a little newborn with me. So I had my baby. I don't want to talk about it too much in this video, but I'll just say that it went very smoothly, and that it was just a delightful birth, and she's a delightful baby, and we're all very happy, and it's been great. And so, yeah, she's a little squealy and grunts, and it's very cute. So that might be what you're hearing. So here we are, and my favorite part of an illustration is the line art. I will almost always lay down my colors first, because I wouldn't say that my work is like line art forward. I do have line art, but I also like to have places of rest from line art. I find that that's a really great way to be able to communicate weight and form and distance, is by choosing strategically where I place my lines. But I will always start with the face, because for me, I like to have wins throughout my creative process. And if I'm like really noodling on a piece for a long time and not really like loving how it's looking, or I like can't really picture what it's going to look like in the end, that's really discouraging for me, and then I'll quit working on it. But if I can get like a part of the illustration looking almost finished in the beginning, that is very encouraging to me, and I feel like I'm winning. And so I'll do the face first, because that always makes me excited about the piece, because the face is, fun to do, one, and also it makes the piece look almost like it's almost there. And so I'll always do the face, and then I go in and look at places where I can add, or like, I guess, communicate to the viewer weight. So here I'm, under her breast and her shirt, those are things that curve under and maybe have weight to them. So I'm adding line art there, and I'll go in and add, texture lines and whatever else. And so this is just a part that I really enjoy doing. It's fun. It's kind of like problem solving. Very cathartic for me. I enjoy it. But my favorite part, like my all-time favorite part, is coloring the line art. And this is because I just put the channel on an alpha lock, and then I just have fun picking colors and bringing it to life. I can zone out, I can listen to music or a YouTube video, and it's almost like doing a coloring book. I just love this part of the process. It's the part that I just look forward to doing, and I really relish it and enjoy it. And so if I could do this for every piece, man, if I solely did this, I would have so much fun. But obviously you can't do that, so you got to color the rest of it. But yeah, this is my personal favorite part of creating an illustration. Might seem kind of silly, but we all have the things that we like in our creative processes. While we watch me work, I thought I might give a little update on the career side of things. And the update is that there is not much of an update. There's still we're just still in the middle of the huge drought. We're doing good though. We're doing fine. That's why we save. We might have a project coming up. Connor and I both, for the same company, might be working on a project in the next week or so. Just kind of waiting on that, and we've had a few small things here and there that have helped, but it's not the same as getting big books and magazines, the usual things that sustain us. So who knows, maybe second half of the year will be more fruitful. What I'm trying to do though is, instead of feel really down about our current situation, I'm trying to think of this as an opportunity to really work on my personal stuff, like YouTube and skillshare, and ultimately my goal is to have a Patreon, and you kind of need a following to be able to do that. And so and it can be really hard to be consistent with posting and creating content for all these different social media platforms. I've been on TikTok and loving it, but you kind of have to post most days to really grow there, and that can take a lot of time to create content for that. And so I have time right now. And so I'm trying to remember that this could be more, super beneficial down the line. We can always get work, but you don't always have time to grow an audience and create personal work to share and to create an audience. So I'm trying not to let this time go wasted. And I have a lot of ideas for future projects to do. One, the first project that I want to do is, I want it to be kind of multi-purpose. I want it to go towards my portfolio to maybe help me get some work, maybe doing more like children, like kidlit kind of things, board books and children's picture books. I don't have a lot of work like that in my portfolio. Also, I don't know if you can hear, but the baby has hiccups. Super cute. And so that's a project that I think I want to do soon. And maybe I'll talk about that more in my next video. But I've also just really been thinking about what is my brand as an artist. And I have been doing a lot of thinking and planning, and I think I might have kind of a vision for where I want to go and how I kind of want to brand myself. And I'm kind of excited about that. I've been seeing a lot of success over on TikTok and on Skillshare, and I kind of have enjoyed getting this vision for what my art career could look like if instead of just doing mostly work for clients, I was also selling personal work and creating a demand for my art and my lifestyle. And so so I guess, yes, it's been hard not having work, but there are also, positives to that as well. And I'm trying to take advantage of those. So look forward to some more cozy, cottagey, seasonal artwork from me, because that's kind of where I'm wanting to head with my volume, my body of work. Along with having my sketchbook practice, as we've now established in this video, I'm really interested in growing as an artist in florals and plants. I love floral and plant patterns and illustrations, and yet I just am really not good at them. I need a lot of reference, and I just don't feel comfortable drawing plant life the way I am with characters, and I really want to change that. I would love to be able to create patterns and add more floral and fauna to animals into my work. And so that's something that I might practice in my sketchbook more, and I would love to do flower bouquet studies and learn how do I personally I guess what's the term I'm looking for? How do I translate flowers into my style? How do I draw flowers? Because right now I don't have a way. I just kind of draw whatever I've seen recently on Pinterest or on Instagram. I just kind of mesh that all into something that looks like my style, but I don't really have a method for drawing plants. And so that's something that I would love to embark on in my art journey as well, is doing that. And then also animals, for sure. I would love to get better at animals. As you can see here, I don't know, I like this crow. I guess it's a raven. I think the raven is all right, but I had to use a lot of reference for it, and I wasn't, I don't know. I would love to be able to not have to use other artists for reference as much when I'm drawing animals and plants. And so I think I just need to spend more time, again, in the sketchbook and really putting thought into animal designs. So that's also something I would really like to improve on, because I love animals and I love plants. So why am I so uncomfortable drawing them? And I think it's because I just don't have a lot of practice doing it. For whatever strange reason, you'd think that I would be more interested in the past learning how to draw those things. I don't know. Just funny. I guess I've just only really been interested in drawing people for years and years. So lots to do, my friends. Lots of improvement ahead waiting for me. I'm so grateful that you are here, that you are sticking it out with me. I hope that you will stick around long enough to see that improvement. Maybe a couple years down the road, we can look back at this video and laugh and look at my body of work then and think, wow, I did what I said I was going to do. At least that's what I hope I I hope that I'm still here on YouTube in a couple years. I really enjoy it. So this illustration is coming to a close. I really enjoyed doing this piece. It was a lot of fun, and I really loved this character. She was so fun to do. I loved the colors. Blue was not in the palette, but I really thought that it needed a little punch of color. Sorry. At this point in recording, the contest is over and the winners have been announced, and I was not a winner, but I still think that this illustration is a winner because I really like it and I had a lot of fun doing it, and I hope that you enjoyed coming along with me as I illustrated and designed this character. If you liked this kind of video please let me know if you like these kind of chatty draw with me's, and also if you're interested in like attending live drawing sessions with me, please let me know. I'm kind of tossing around the idea of maybe doing a monthly live session. Also, if you enjoy this kind of illustration, this content, the witchy stuff, this was what I love to draw, and so maybe if you didn't like it, then my work might not be for you, but please also let me know if you did. Thank you, friends, for being here. I love you all, and I hope that you are doing well. And look forward to an update on baby and motherhood and how things are going in June. We will see you then. Till next time, friends.